Well, hello everybody, and thank you so much for tuning in to What I Need. This is now episode 29. If you guys could do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button, and if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to discuss, leave them in the comments below, and I will get to them. But alright guys, I hope you guys are all doing great. I'm doing great. I woke up in a fantastic mood. I mean, I'm still a little sick. It's like I don't know what's going on with this virus that started out in China. I mean, my friend. We were supposed to meet up, and he's got 3 kids. I have 1 kid, obviously, and we were trying to meet up, and he's like, yeah, but the kids are sick. I'm like, yeah, mine's sick too. He's like, yeah, they definitely put something in the air. They're trying to get everybody sick, because I've been sick for like a month. And I like never really get sick, so it's like super weird for me to be sick, especially this damn long, man. It's annoying as hell. I'm waking up, I'm snotting all over the place, I'm coughing, it's nasty as hell. Damn, been taking NyQuil and vitamins and shit. Nothing's working. But whatever. I mean, if you're sick out there, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, just take a fuck ton of medicine or some shit. I don't know. Excuse me. See what I mean? That bullshit. But anyways, guys, I mean, other than the fact that I'm still a little sick and, whatever, I still woke up in a fantastic mood. By the way, with this new podcast, this microphone picks up a lot of faint noises that I don't hear unless I'm on the mic. Like right now, if you listen closely, you hear that I got 2 things going. Number 1 is the damn fridge, and 2 is the furnace. It's annoying as hell. And this mic is like super good. This shit picks up a bird chirping outside. It's weird. Hey, top notch, right? Alright, but anyways, guys, I woke up in a fantastic mood because something happened this morning. One of the benefits of getting up early in the morning, I mean, you have a lot of time to plan your day, figure out what's going on and all that crap. But something happened today that I've been waiting for to happen for a long time. And it finally happened. And I feel really good about it. I'm not going to get into it too much because it has to do with some other stuff that, since nobody's been able to reveal me yet, I'm not gonna talk about stuff, but just know something happened I've been waiting for a long time, and it's fantastic. I mean, first thing in the morning though, the stock sucked. I mean, bam, right off the bat, lost $250. But that's the stock market. I mean, everything's down, but it's okay. The stock market is up and down. It's a roller coaster. It's part of the game. But either way, something happened. It made me feel great. And one thing I got out of it was patience. See, I've talked about patience before in some of the previous podcasts. And, for somebody like me who's an ex-alcoholic, and I get addicted to shit fast, us addicts are very impatient. We are impatient as hell. So, like, when we want something, we really want to get it. And then if we know we're going to get something, and it's going to take some time, then even more impatient. Like when you're I don't know, going to go on a road trip for the first time or go to Disneyland or whatever it is, and it's going to happen, but your ass has to wait like 2-3 weeks. And then like every day feels like it's slower and slower, and you're like, come on, get to the fucking day already. Get to the day, and it feels like it's taking forever. And then finally you just like, by the time it's about to happen, you're like, that's probably not going to happen. And then boom, happens. like, you tend to doubt yourself, even though you know it's coming. And then finally when it hits, it feels so good. And that's what I mean by patience. I mean, it's really hard, and I don't think there's an answer to how to be patient. And when somebody's impatient and they're waiting on something, the most annoying thing somebody can do is tell them, just be patient. It's like, bitch, fuck you. It's like, that's the most annoying thing to say to somebody who is waiting for something to happen. Just be patient. It'll come. Just be patient. It's like, no shit. No shit. I know it's coming. Don't tell me to be patient. Just be patient. God, it's the most annoying thing in the world. Just be patient. It'll happen. But it is the truth to be patient about things. It is the truth to be patient about things. Now, how you do it is a whole different thing. Like, for me, it seems like my days go by 3 times faster than they usually should, because I'm working on a lot of shit. I'm working all the time. I'm with my daughter. We're playing, yada yada. I mean, my days go by fast. And on top of that, they end quickly because I'm up at 4 in the morning every day. I don't take days off. I'm up at 4 in the morning every day, and I am in bed around, my daughter and I go to bed around 7:30, 8:30 at the latest. So, I mean, that's kind of like, and I keep myself busy. I mean, I'm reading, I'm working on projects, I'm doing a podcast, I'm working on the stock markets, I'm watching, learning videos on YouTube, which, by the way, is just amazing. I mean, anything you want to learn. I mean, I learned how to turn on my fucking heater furnace from YouTube videos. I mean, I was scared shitless because, you know, you got to get up under there, get your lighter, and the flame just you're like worried it's about to blow your hand up or something. But still, you learn. And patience is very hard to deal with. Very hard to deal with, because the more you get impatient, you start worrying, fuck, am I going to fuck this up somehow? Maybe I fucked this up somehow and it's not going to happen and this and that. And then you start getting too much in your head. But there's no answer to being patient and how to deal with it. My advice is just find something to keep yourself busy. If you got enough shit going on around you to keep your mind off it, that's cool. That's what I do. But I don't think there's an answer to it. I mean, definitely don't tell somebody to be patient when they're waiting on something, because that's annoying. I know that. That's why I'm not going to tell you guys, just be patient. But I will say, try to find some shit that will keep you preoccupied as hell. And, you know, things will happen. That is the truth. I mean, as long as I say it over and over, as long as you know you're doing your best you can to be a better person, you know, you're doing the best you can at whatever you're working on, you know, there's a lot of things that you're trying to, you know, that you're on top of your things are going to come together. But as Forrest Gump would say, that's all I have to say about that. But whatevs. I mean, and when things come together, makes you happy. I mean, a lot of things have come together. And I try to make life as fun as possible, no matter what it is I'm doing. I always try to make it fun, especially for my daughter. I'm always trying to find things to do. It's about making the best out of the situation you're in. And like having to do things that we don't want to do. That was my next topic I wanted to talk about, is having to do things that we don't want to do. I do it all the time, and it's called discipline. And then you do it so much, you don't even, it's like nothing. Like washing the dishes, cleaning the house, stuff that you don't want to do, but you do it anyway. That's discipline. I am a very disciplined person. My work ethic is 100%. I make sure I'm doing everything and more I can to make mine and my daughter's life great and to make it fun as much as possible. But doing the things you don't want to do, but you got to do it. When you get that down, that's discipline is very important, especially trying to create projects and stuff like that. You gotta get your ass up. You gotta take a shower, put on some clothes. I mean, there was a time when I didn't even really, like back in my crazy wild west days, I literally wore the same clothes for like 2 months straight. Yeah, I know. But that was also because I was on the streets and I didn't really care about anything. And some of those habits still carry to me to this day, which I have to correct, which is part of my discipline. I have to get myself out of those habits. From being on the street, broke, homeless, jobless, broke as hell, a lot of those habits still carry with me to this day. Like, there'd be times I get up and I don't shower. There'll be times I don't shower for a couple days. Just because I'm used to it. I'm used to not showering. And that still carries with me. But I discipline myself and I get my ass in the shower. Because I'll try to talk myself out of a shower. I'll try to be like, well, I'm not going anywhere today. I don't need to shower. I'm not going to meet anybody today. Why do I have to shower? But it's the point. Like exercising. I can't stand it. I mean, I used to enjoy it while I was working on getting my daughter back because it pumped me up like crazy. But exercising, now that's one thing I have to discipline myself on. And like, I'll exercise only when I get out of the shower. I don't know why. It's just like the only time I'll do it. But changing your habits is part of discipline as well, because a lot of the habits you may have are pretty bad. I mean, especially if you're new to changing your life. I mean, especially when you had a lifestyle like mine. I mean, changing everything. I mean, like my socks. Changing my socks. Sometimes I'll wear a pair of socks for like 4 days because I don't think they're dirty enough. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the truth, because I'm used to wearing socks for months and months and months. And I know what dirty socks are. And my socks ain't dirty. They are, but I don't consider them dirty. And see, that's a habit that I have to discipline myself of getting out of. So now, every time I take a shower, I change my socks. And in fact, I got a shower now. Which is something I'm going to do after I get off this podcast. But changing your habits is part of your discipline. Remember, everything that you or anybody else is trying to do to better themselves have to make changes and get out of past I don't know. Past experiences that you used to do. Patterns. You got to get out of those old patterns and change that shit. And then, I mean, that's part of changing. I mean, it can happen, and it just takes time. And changing everything works great. I don't know what just happened, but my computer just glitched. Sorry, that's why I was kind of like What the hell's going on right now? My computer just glitched. That's really weird. Yeah, whatever. Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys. That was weird. Computer just like glitched out or whatever. But, and the other thing I wanted to talk about today is time. I mean, time is much more worth than money, if you really think about it. And I mean, I do think that's the truth, because I value my time. Shit, if I didn't value my time, I wouldn't be up at 4 a.m. I'm up at 4 a.m. because I know I got a 2-hour head start until 6, when everybody else is just barely getting up. That's 2 hours of shit that I'm getting ready for, shit that I'm doing. Time is much more, it's worth more than money in a way. I mean, obviously money is great, and one of the things I can't stand is when people say, well, money can't buy you happiness. It's like, no, bitch, it can't. But you want to switch shoes? And it's all, if you notice, it's always the people with a shit ton of money that say that. It's always people with a shit ton of money that'll tell you money doesn't make you happy. It's like, all right, bitch, well, why don't you hand me over all your money and then live like how I'm living? Because no, it doesn't buy you happiness, but it sure as hell makes you comfortable enough to enjoy life. But time is worth more than money too, because time, how you use it, could be way more valuable than money. And part of discipline is managing your time and what you do. How long are you watching movies for? How long are you watching TV for? How long are you going to hang out with your friends or whatever? All that time could be used for something to better your life. I mean, everything you do is time, right? So that's why I don't hang out and just kick it. You'll never see me doing that. You'll never see me hanging out and just kicking it, talking about bullshit, because that's not for me. Believe me, I've tried, but I'm just like, the fuck am I doing? Why are we sitting here for hours and hours and hours on a Tuesday not doing a fucking thing? I used to be like that all the time. I used to love that. I used to just sit around, drink, hang out, doing nothing. But that was because I also didn't care. I mean, think about it. If you're really, really, really trying to change and trying to get on top of your projects or whatever it is you want to do, instead of spending 2 hours hanging out with your friends talking about a bunch of bullshit, why not spend those 2 hours on doing what you want to do? Because hanging out is cool and fun and all, whatever. I don't even think it's fun anymore. I sit there and I'm like, this shit is stupid. Like my friend Justice, you guys all know about. He and I will hang out, no problem. But like, our hangout is productive as hell. We're not just sitting around talking about bullshit. We're talking about business, money, collaborations. What can we do to be better? This and that and that. That's our hangout. We make use of our time. Because, I mean, they say this 24 hours in a day, but I mean, usually we only spend about 12 hours awake. Maybe a little more. I mean, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I'm up about 18 hours a day. Damn, that's pretty fucking crazy now that I just think of that. I'm up 18 hours a day. From about 4 a.m. all the way till 7, 8:30. It's a long goddamn time. And all that time, I am always working on shit. The entire time. Whether I'm working on myself and my projects, or I'm with my daughter and I got her learning. That's the one thing I do with my time as well, is I'm always teaching her things. I got flashcards. Actually, the other day I just set her up for this cool website that's kind of like online classes for kids. It's pretty dope. If you guys have kids out there and you want to get them learning a little more, if they're not in school yet, if they're still like young, it's called abcmouse.com. And the damn website's pretty dope. I mean, first of all, my daughter is not like, she knows how to use tablets and phones because everything's touchscreen. But this teaches her how to use the mouse and all this stuff and whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can use it on tablets and stuff like that, but I actually prefer the computer because I want her to learn the function of the mouse and how it works. And that's the day and age we live in. Dang, I didn't have computers and tablets and phones as a kid. But that's why I want her to get used to the mouse and the computer function, because by the time she's 18, there's going to be so much futuristic shit. I'm not having her behind. We make use of our time. We make use of our time. Constantly having her learn. But, you know, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up right now. I mean, dang, see, look, time flies. We're already at almost 22 minutes. Dang. See, that's crazy. I'm enjoying this new microphone, guys. But, all right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. Have a fantastic day. Stay positive. Stay motivated. And, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to What I Need. This is episode 29. All right.